Hey there, YouTube. Lighting's not so good. We got rain today, so due to that, I figured it'd be a good day to get out and smoke a little bit. You probably won't be able to see any of this, but hey, again, smoking my Tinderbox Newcastle version, made in London. I'm pretty sure that this one is probably from the early 70s. This is a gift from my dad. I recently watched a video the other day. Somebody was saying, a pipe outlives you. And I think that's a really cool way of thinking about it. You get a pipe, and most likely it's going to be handed down from generation to generation, which is really neat. And I kind of ring true, or at least I know my pipes should ring true with that. They'll go on to someone else, and someone else will enjoy them and pass them down, or maybe if and when I have kids, I'll pass them down. So anyway, on to what I wanted to talk about today is the Cornell and Deal bridge mixture. Guys, I think I've already talked about this. 2016. I don't think I've done a review on it. It says it's a sophisticated crossover blend of bright and red Virginias, spiced with Turkish, Latakia, Perique, Cavendish, and a touch of dark-fired Kentucky to help you over troubled waters. Well, really a mild English blend, to be honest with you. Good smoke output. Not a really high nicotine level. Flavors, to be honest with you, English, right? I mean, you get this really light Latakia flavor or note to it that's just really nice. Kind of a campfire smoke, but very light. It does not overpower the sweetness that's coming from these Virginias. You get that almost fruit note from a red Virginia. And the Turkish, to be honest with you, I think the Turkish and the Cavendish support the Latakia in this, giving it kind of that creamy note or texture to it. And this dark-fired Kentucky, to be honest with you, there may not be much in there for me to note on my palate. I'm still kind of getting into those dark-fired Kentuckys. Right now I'm smoking through some McBaron HH Bold Dark Kentucky. On the note in the 10, you get that fruitiness. Look, it's a natural note, so it's definitely not topped or flavored that I know of. If it is, what I would tell you, even with that natural note, is kind of a cherry, a dark cherry, sweetness to it, a little plum and fig. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a fruitcake, but again, I do not believe that this is topped or flavored. I'm sure it's cased maybe with a sweetener or something, just to keep it aging or to help it age. A couple bowls in on this one. Beautiful tobacco. Again, like I said, it's kind of dark in my garage, so you're not really going to be able to tell. Beautiful tobacco. Beautiful smell. Bridge mixture. Would I recommend it? Yes. Do I want to recommend it? No. So I'm on this whole new kick, I think. Would I recommend it? And do I want to recommend it? So here's my reasoning behind that. Would I? Absolutely. You would enjoy this. Do I want to? No, because you would enjoy this and I would not be able to get a hold of it. Does it need relights? Absolutely not if you are smoking through it. But when you talk a lot like I do, you kind of need to relight. Little gurgle in these old pipes. I'm thinking about sending this one off and possibly having a re-stem done on it and having them look at this side of the shank. You won't be able to tell again because of the lighting, but there seems to be a little superficial crack. And I just want to make sure it doesn't need to be filled or it doesn't need to be replaced. I'd hate to have to shelf this pipe. I love it. It's a great pipe. So, what can I tell you about this tobacco? Little to no dottle at the end. On the flavor, you get that perique. You get a little bit of pepper in the back throat. I love that. I love perique, and I think it does this blend really well. You may get some of the spiciness from the Turkish, but again, like I said, I believe the Turkish and the Cavendish add this creamy texture, creamy note to the Latakia. All around, great blend. Cornell and Deal, to be honest with you, I haven't had anything I didn't like from them. When I was getting into pipe tobacco, I tried one of their Burley blends. I think it was like a Burley mixture, Burley blend number 4. Interesting 10. I'd like to go back and try it. I'm starting to really enjoy the Burleys. You get a lot more of the Latakia on the retrohale. You also get kind of this woody note, not really cedar and not really oak, but certainly this kind of wood note to it, almost like mesquite when you're smoking meats. So it's been a nice long weekend. I took some time off. Just to enjoy being home as a quick bachelor while my wife has gone away. And to be honest with you, I think it's been good. I got a chance to pick up and clean the house. I got a chance to spend some time with the dogs, take my mind off of work a little bit and focus on that. I did go out and eat with my coworkers, which was kind of nice, just to not be working and go have lunch with them, which was cool. So, I know it's probably a little late. I'm going to put this out there, but a VR to Babyface Huey. So, really, kind of what are the 4 tobaccos that I'd like to try? So, number 1 would be Hearth and Home Marquis Red Eye. It's a vapor, which I believe is roll cut. I certainly want to try that one, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some. Then Cornell and Deal's Pirate Cake. Absolutely love to try that. Now, I've heard it's a Latakia bomb, and to be honest with you, I love Latakia, and I think that it would be a good one to try. The other one I'd like to try is Rattray's Brown Clooney. I think that one would be really cool. I haven't really actually tried some Rattrays yet, but I do have some Wallace Flake in the house, which I think I'm going to try really soon, and I definitely want to get smoking on that, but I'm kind of saving it because I'm going to do a trip next year, and I'm thinking about having it age a little bit before I try that. And then finally, there's so many tobaccos out there, but to be honest with you, I would really, I think, like to try Cornell and Deal's Buffalo Soldier, which is another one of those, I think, Latakia blends. And I'm about to hit you up with one that I'm not sure a lot of people have tried. But to be honest with you, one of my favorite Latakia blends that I've really gotten into is Captain Earl's 10 Russians. This blend is really good from a Latakia standpoint. It, without a doubt, has that Latakia flavor to it, but it brings in this nuance of this creaminess, and I smoke it twice a day on my days off, once in the morning with coffee, and then once in the evening before I go to bed. The mixture of the creaminess with that coffee is amazing, and at the same time, at night, right before bed, I think it's just one of those, you get to sit down, reminisce about the day, kind of think about what's going to happen the next day, and just relax before you go to bed. So, VR to Babyface Huey, top 4 that I want to try. One that I really, really enjoy, and it's probably my favorite tobacco right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.